way from India, Mumbai, and here we are about to watch Jake Paul versus Junior Chavez Jr. from all the way from Los Angeles, California, Honda Center. So yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Let me put my headphone on. I mean, not the headphones. I'm calling the earbuds. Yeah, I don't know why they are called headphones. I'm so used to. I'm so old school. Anyways, well, let me check. The press conference about to start right now in a few minutes. So we are just let me connect with this. Oh my god, I feel like I'm about to have a heart attack. Well, let me chat. Anybody is chat around here? Well, I hope the voice is coming good from these earbuds. Yeah, ready me. Technica, I think, yeah, 300 something. Well, it's 1:30 p.m. right now. The press has not even started yet. Don't know when it's about to start though. People are waiting. I am waiting. Is this the day that if we are not getting right away the press conference we needed the most? Well, I don't want to get to see this boring shit because you know what, dude? Let's just start this something else. Let's just watch something else. If the press is not gonna start, we're gonna watch something else. But you know what? That's the thing. I don't want to make this overall, other stuff, other video. Like why I'm here to react the press conference about Jackie. So yeah, how it is and how it is not. Oh, it started. It started, boys. It started. You know what, guys? I'm gonna shut down the live because I gotta be focused. You're not able to see me, but you know what? Just deal with it. I will look dark like a ghost. So yeah, here we are. Yeah.
Julio, Cesar, Chavez Jr., part of a stacked card that you can watch exclusively on DAZN pay-per-view.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Chris Maddox here alongside Claudia Treos and the Golden Boy, the Hall of Famer, Oscar De La Hoya. Another big
We
event
got
here,
Oscar
Oscar,
De La
for
Hoya,
Julio
kid.
Cesar Chavez Jr. and Jake Paul to participate in. Claudia,
Yeah,
we've been part
man.
of this fight week already for a couple of days now. You got a chance to take a look at both.
Because Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. has been in this position many times, and as usual, he says, I'm more focused, I'm ready. But there's a slight difference this time. He's a little bit more relaxed, and he understands the seriousness of this event. He
Well, it's
understands
gonna
this is
take
his
some
last
few
chance
time. I'm
to
gonna
prove the
cut this
fact.
for this moment. Well, I think this is my first reacting live press conference. Reacting. Well, let's just react, man. Reacting. Reacting. What it is. React. Well, anyways, man, I don't know where the press conference about is. God, yeah. It's already 5 minutes. I'm deep in this shit, and it's not even started yet. Oh God, what is happening now? Well. Well, my grammar is bad. I don't know why. So yeah, I'm using Google to be edit, reacting, spelling. Is that it, huh? Damn, son, like I have to use my fucking keyboard. Man, it is so hot out here. It is so hot out here. I gotta turn this light, man. I cannot deal with this shit. What is shit for at, man? Where you at, boy? Where you at, boy? I'm a pop star, not a doctor. Do I get to like copyright if I sing that song? Like I'm not even singing. I'm just saying the words, the lyrics. Let us pop in, man. Let us pop in.
Pataya, widely regarded as
Wait,
the number
what?
one guy. Zerto Ramirez, though, has a resume that's starting to stack up with some of the best names that
Yeah,
Jaya
yeah, yeah,
Pataya
yeah.
has faced. Oscar, you have a unique perspective on this since this fight's got to go through you. You've got to make a deal with you
But
to make
I
this
actually
fight
do
happen.
not agree with those rankings. I just don't. I think through the fight, cruiserweight champion. I mean, come on, guys. He should be number one. But again, Jai Obatai is amazing. That's the guy that he must face. But again, there's a great test right in front of him and a super fight with David Benavidez. So anyway, I
Jesus,
really
what?
believe that this is Ramirez's chance and shot to be on the major stage because you're fighting on the undercard of Jake Paul. This is huge for the zone, for MVP, for
I'm
Golden Boy, for all the fans all over the world.
So
bored.
just
agree.
point of clarity.
Bored
Do you want to
so
make
much.
the Zerto Apataya fight next, or do you want to go somewhere else?
I'm not going to say if it's next or not, but I do want to make it.
Okay. And then again, making history.
Absolutely. That's what we're all about.
Yes.
The zone, Golden Boy, Obatai, Ramirez. You can't get better than that. I mean, this is what boxing's all about. I strongly feel that if you want to impress, if you want to make a statement
Anytime family, this
in this
shit,
card,
I
MVP, where the world is going to be watching, you have to see it. You have to buy the
Why is
pay-per-view
it
this
gonna be
Saturday.
started?
You
You know,
don't
I'm
want to
getting
miss it. And
bored.
then you have
Man, turn off this
Floyd
light, man.
Schofield
Yes.
against
My
Kevin
audience
Farmer.
is
I would say
bored.
this is Floyd
Man, I'm
Schofield's
muting this
real.
shit, cuz this shit is boring. Oscar, whatever dollar is, he's getting me bored, yeah? Oscar Dara is getting me bored. I don't know what it is and what it is not. Yeah, I know it is. Oh my gosh, this morning. Yeah. Anyway, so why it's finally like sunny me? What? Tell me how it feel like to go away. It's just gonna be a long way. Boom, 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 bam, 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 chicka, bam, bam. Bigger, bigger, bam, 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 bigger, 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 bam, 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 bigger than a bam, 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 bigger, 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 son of bigger, get bam, 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 bigger, 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 son of bigger, bigger, bam, bigger, 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 bigger. Whoa, 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 whoa. Keep my audience entertainment, end of the day. Oh shit, is this gonna share now? If I go there? Whoa, 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 I don't wanna share that. Don't wanna share that. See, I don't even know. Warning, the content it's unavailable. What? Wait, did that come something to me? Yeah, they are the zone, bro. I gotta add the zone, something like that. Or team, again, warning, this content is unable to please wait while we are trying. Like trying what? Oh, the press conference end already? Yeah.
Weight division. And then a week after that, Alexander Usyk and Daniel
Wait,
Dubois,
why is
they are going to
coming
run
in
it
my
back once again in
studio
2023.
with no
Usyk
out
knocked
here?
out Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois
Why
has
on
won
YouTube?
3 fights
What
in
are
a
you trying
row
to
since
say?
then. Most recently, a knockout
Am
win
I not
over
able
Anthony
to
Joshua.
frame
He
this?
believes it's going to be a lot
Like
different
react
this
like
time around.
one?
All that
What?
coming up on DAZN. And we're ready to get this press conference started.
All
Let's go
right,
up to the stage.
here we
Our
go.
master of
Thank you, man.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen,
Let's
and
go,
welcome
baby.
here
Let's
to
go.
the today's press conference brought to you by
Let's
Most
go,
Valuable
baby.
Promotions,
Oh.
Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., presented by Nikisa Badarian and Jake Paul from Most Valuable Promotions. We're going to start off by thanking the sponsors. Event Ticket Center. Don't just watch it, experience it live. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Fansly, the best 18 and over content creator site. Head over to fansly.com/Paul Chavez to see exclusive content from Master. Tickets are still available in a limited capacity for Saturday night's fight between Paul and Chavez Jr., and the price point begins at just $44. This Saturday, of course, marks the return to Jake Paul back to the ring for the first time since November's blockbuster event and his victory over Mike Tyson, which shattered records and became the most streamed sporting event ever with 100 million live viewers globally. And now as he enters back into the ring, he faces what many consider to be the toughest test of his young career as he squares off against the former middleweight champion of the world, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. In the co-main event, Zurdo Ramirez is back and he'll defend his unified cruiserweight championships against the mandatory challenger and one of the most dangerous KO artists in the world today. 27 wins, 25 coming by way of knockouts. He is the KO doctor, Julio Dorticos. Several other fantastic matchups to tell you about. In fact, how about we start by bringing the fighters onto the stage right now. First up, we'll welcome the headlining bout of our preliminary card, 10 rounds in the women's lightweight division. Introducing first, with a record of 10-0, she's undefeated. This 29-year-old is one of Mexico's brightest young stars, and she's ready to make her mark on a global stage. Please welcome MVP signee from Sonora, Mexico, Yola.
Now there's somebody that I have crushed on. You're about to come, man.
And facing her, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most dominant two-sports athletes in history. She has a boxing record of 33 wins and only 2 losses with 9 wins coming by way of knockout. She's a former UFC bantamweight champion and an 18-time boxing world champion, recognized as the #2 greatest pound-for-pound female fighter in BoxRec's history. She is the preacher's daughter, making her way back into the sport she loves so much, the sweet science. Please welcome, from Albuquerque, New Mexico, Holly Holm.
Okay, man. How you doing, honey? Damn, she looks 10 out of 10. I gotta say that. Look at those abs. Wow. You will damn that muscle, that muscle. Oh, she is so hard.
And now to the first fight of our main pay-per-view card, in a fight that might very well steal the show. Please welcome the former IBF featherweight champion of the world, fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's 33-8-1 with 8 knockouts. He is Tevin Farmer.
But I gotta see that. I hope you guys are able to see me, man.
And facing him, one of the most exciting young fighters in the world today. At just 22 years old, he's undefeated. 18 wins, no losses, and 12 coming by way of knockout. Please welcome to the stage, from Austin, Texas, he is Kid Austin, Floyd Schofield.
Floyd Schofield. Hey, Dad, huh? The only thing I don't want to see, Daddy. I don't want to.
And next on the pay-per-view main card, a 10-round welterweight bout contested at 147 pounds. First up, a 33-year-old rising star with a fantastic amateur background with a record of 23 wins, only 1 defeat, 14 of his wins coming by way of knockout, fighting out of New Jersey, USA, Julian Hammer Hands Rodriguez.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Major mark on the world stage.
I don't know what it is.
Saturday
night,
guys, 17-0 with 16 knockouts, a 94% KO rate. He is an undefeated powerhouse, an MVP signee, fighting out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Avius, the underdog, Griffin.
Okay, MVP giving me good contact out here. React. Not MVP. That's it.
Next on the pay-per-view card is a battle of 2 undefeated fighters in the 147-pound weight class. This 29-year-old is one of the fastest rising welterweight contenders in South America, representing Uruguay. Please welcome to the stage with a record of 16 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 9 wins coming by way of knockout, Victor Latigo Rodriguez.
Golden Boy Boxing, okay, is giving me good one.
And his opponent, a 29-year-old former Olympian represented by Golden Boy Promotions, an undefeated Mexican welterweight standout in the #4.
Well, so I'm gonna choose Golden Boy Boxing, alright, for the reaction, because I don't want any stupid ads that he's on Garden, bro. Seriously, bro.
And now for his explosive power and his amazing footwork and technique, he is the first ever man to win a cruiserweight championship from the country of Mexico. 47-1, ladies and gentlemen, with 30 wins coming by way of knockout. Put your hands together for Zerto Ramirez.
Mini, 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 mini man. Whoa, I wanna play.
When niggas try to take my life away, I put a hole in a nigga fucking with me. But back to the wall, now you gon' see. Better watch how you talk when
And now to
Who is
our
singing
main
that?
event. First up,
Yo,
one of the
his
most
own team
recognizable
has the
names in
worst
all
fucking
of
promotion crew out
boxing.
here.
Coming
Like,
off a
who is
unanimous
that guy
victory
singing
win
that?
over
And why are you
MMA
using that
icon
audio?
Uriah
Whoever is
Hall in
behind the
July
camera, behind the streaming,
2024, he now sets his sights on
what's that
solidifying
called?
his
Like
legacy, ladies
managing
and gentlemen.
streaming
He
shit,
is the former
live
middleweight
broadcasting
champion
team
of
behind.
the world out of
Put the mic
Sinaloa,
off, man.
Mexico, Julio Cesar
There we go,
Chavez
the main guy.
Jr.
Caesar, man. Oh, Caesar salad. I like to call her Caesar salad to him. All right, he's running green. Got the shades. He needs that shit, man. He look weird, bro. And here we
And
are,
now to
our
the
boy
man who
Jakey
made
Paul.
this all
Jakey
possible.
Paul.
As I mentioned, his last fight was streamed live by 108
There you
million
go.
viewers globally. He's made a significant impact on boxing, bringing new eyes to the sport, campaigning for fighter pay, uplifting women's boxing, and partnering with the USA Olympic Boxing Committee. And now he sets his sights on a future world title shot, getting set to face off against the toughest opponent of his career. He is the disruptor, the pride of Puerto Rico, the problem child, Jake El Gallo de Dorado Paul.
All right, he put some rock music. That was good. Jake was going to the crowd telling to cheer up. And here we are. He got some sticker on his hand. He gonna put on this Chavez place. Is the I will be knocked out, something like that. I didn't see it. I hope the camera I will be getting knocked out. Shit, this shit is getting so amazing, bro. Oh, Chavez got two. Chavez got two. All right, they are playing some games out here. What Chavez got? Something I don't even know. I'm his daddy, something like that. So yeah, bro. Oh, he already got it, bro. He already started the hit. Cause all right, this is funny.
All right,
We got
okay, here we go, here we go. Well, Jake, I'll turn it over to you first. There was obviously a reason why you picked Chavez Jr. as your opponent. You could have fought anybody you wanted to. Why did you pick this Mexican?
Interesting me though.
Yeah, look, he's a great fighter. I like big names. I like legendary names. And he's on my path to world championship. This is a tough test, a very, very tough test. But I'm here to challenge myself and do big things in this sport and then make a title run after I beat him on Saturday.
Uh-huh.
Julio, I saw earlier today on Instagram, a video was posted of you urinating on a picture of Jake Paul. Do you care to explain what that was all about?
What picture? Oh, yeah. Dile que le di lo que le gusta.
Man, this English problem, man, with this man.
There you go. I don't think I need to explain that one.
What I can say?
Cool.
Yes, of course.
What was that about?
Damn, I think they are taking
disrespectful,
Jake
¿no?
Paul is
¿De qué se trató eso? Fue un poco falta de respeto. Estoy aquí, no te preocupes.
¿De mi parte?
From his part?
No?
You don't think so? ¿No crees?
Después de todo lo que él ha dicho, dile.
After everything he said? I don't think so.
Jake, did that hurt your feelings to see that?
No, but he should know that it's illegal to play with a little boy's wee-wee.
Huh?
Julio, what are your thoughts on Jake Paul as a fighter?
Man, I didn't even
Do you
know
think
which
he's
video he's saying
good
about.
and can he be a future world champion like he says he can?
That video didn't get relevant.
No, I don't think it's good. I think he tried, train hard, but
He's not a good fighter. No es buen boxeador. Jay Paul no es buen boxeador, todo el mundo lo sabe, o sea, está fuerte, pero nada más, o sea, pues si eres buen boxeador, pues entonces todos los de aquí son leyendas, o sea, no es bueno Jay Paul, para mí no es buen boxeador. Le echa ganas.
So he's definitely not a good boxer. If he were a good boxer, then everybody here at this stage would be a legend. So no, I don't think he's a good boxer, and everybody knows that.
Jake, how much do you think Chavez Jr. has left in the tank?
That goal looks so good.
He's coming prepared. You know, he's saying this is the hardest he's ever trained, and he's right. I'm not a good boxer. I'm a great boxer, and he's going to find out on Saturday night.
Off your shit, Jake.
All right, well, more from the main event fighters in just a minute, but let's start down to the far end of the right, please. Again, give it up, everybody, for Holly Holm, who's back in the fight game.
There we go, honey. Let's go. How are you doing, yeah?
Holly, how much did you miss boxing, and why did you come back now?
Oh, you know, I just like to follow my heart, follow my passion, and this is what my heart's telling me to do right now is to come back to boxing. Out of all the years I boxed before, I never got to fight at this weight class, and my majority of my whole MMA career was at this weight class. And I feel like it's unfinished business to come back and be able to fight in a fourth division and try and go for another title.
Now that you're focused back on boxing full time again, how do you feel? Do you think you can be as good as you were when you left the sport?
I think I'm going to be better. I've learned over this last decade. It's not just going back to what I did, 10 years ago. It's the fighter that I've become now and the skill set that I've still learned throughout the last 10 years. I've been in the gym. So there's time spent, there's ring time spent, and I'll be a better fighter than I was when I was boxing before.
And you'll be taking on Yolanda Vega. Yolanda, what does it mean to you to face a legend, an 18-time world champion like Holly Holm?
Alguien con tanta veteranía como la de Holly Holm.
Pues para mí es un orgullo el competir con una deportista como Holly, pero creo que tiene que quedarle bien claro que ya es tiempo que se retire, que las nuevas generaciones nos vamos a hacer cargo del boxeo.
It's a huge pride to be able to have somebody like Holly Holm with her experience as an opponent, but I think it's going to be time for her to realize that this is the time for the new generation and she needs to retire.
Well, Yolanda, we don't know too much about you. How do you beat Holly Holm? What can fans expect to see from you Saturday night?
No sabemos mucho de ti. ¿Qué tienes que hacer tú para llevarte la victoria?
El trabajo está hecho en el gimnasio. El día sábado 28 lo vamos a demostrar. Y pues nada, el mundo va a conocer una nueva mexicana que va a dar guerra arriba del ring.
The work has been done at the gym, and on Saturday, they will realize that there's a new Mexican that's going to give face for the Mexican flag.
All right, good luck to you. How about Tevin Farmer, ladies and gentlemen, the former IBF super featherweight champion of the world is here with us. Tevin, you're taking on a young gun, Floyd Schofield. What do you make of him and his skills, and what's going to happen?
Every time I get asked that question, I just really try to think. Stepping up to this level, I think nothing of them. But in general, as a young fighter, competing with somebody that's not a veteran like me, if you were to compete with somebody at his level, I would say he's a great fighter. But stepping up to this level, I don't know.
Well, Floyd Schofield, when you learned that you're going to be fighting Tevin Farmer, what were your thoughts on the former champ?
I was excited. I haven't fought since November. So, Tevin, he's been on a good 3-fight, streak, whatever you want to call it. So when we got the call, I was just excited. I told my dad, take the fight. I'm ready.
Speaking of your dad, you had to pull out of your last fight with Shakur Stevenson. A chance for you to clear the air now. You had to go to the hospital. What happened to you? Your dad seems to think that maybe you were poisoned over in Saudi Arabia. What happened to you?
So I don't really want to get too much on that topic, but, what it is, people gonna believe it. Some people not. I didn't get to take the fight, so I'm here now.
And what will you do to Tevin Farmer on Saturday? You saw his 2 wars he just had with Zepeda. He's a very, very tough fighter. Tough to get him out of there. I know you think you can knock him out.
That ain't happening.
Saturday night we're gonna see. I feel like he's underestimating me. We gonna see. So the second Zepeda fight was a little shaky.
You see, he ain't say he gonna knock me out. He said we gonna see what happened.
I don't gotta knock you out. I don't gotta knock you out.
No,
I don't gotta knock you out to do that.
We ain't doing that shit.
Okay, we gonna see.
We gonna see. You ain't doing that shit.
Okay.
Tarver, why aren't you that impressed with
One
him?
guy got
Say that again.
Why aren't you that impressed with him?
You know boxing, right? You watch boxing? You know why.
Is he better than Williams Zepeda?
Tevin Farmer and Kid Schofield. Think about it. You know boxing. You know why. You want me to say it?
Say it.
They know why.
Go say it, bro.
Yeah, say it. There's a press conference. The world wants to hear you.
What do he do great that I haven't seen ever? Like, he's stepping in with Tevin Farmer, right? I got so much shit he never seen that we gonna test his composure. We gonna test everything about him. There's nothing he can test on me that I haven't been through. He's not stronger than me. He's not smarter than you're not Cepeda. He's not strong. You're not JoJo.
What about Pedraza?
You're not Pedraza.
Okay, then. So
you're not Pedraza.
I'm
I could damn sure tell you Renee is not me.
He hit way harder than you. You got 8 knockouts.
Yeah. You can tell you don't know shit about boxing. You can tell you don't know shit about boxing when you go by record.
What you gonna see Saturday?
Knockouts mean you was built the right fucking way. That's what knockouts mean. You was built and you had a promoter to put you in front of the right people to knock the fuck out. That don't mean you punch hard. My last 7 opponents, they all was hurt. 3 of them got knocked out cold and 5 of them touched the canvas. All of them way more elite than you. All of them.
I'm saying,
listen, bro. Don't remember when I was a world champion, you was a kid studying me.
Right.
Was you?
Right.
Yeah, I know you was a kid, so don't lose control, youngin.
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna bring a belt to the ring. I'm gonna bring a belt to the ring.
Please do.
I'm bringing a belt to the ring.
I love to see it.
I'm gonna make your daddy. I want to make your daddy cry.
Please
make
do.
your dad cry.
He's gonna make a dread.
Tell you, please.
Listen, I'm gonna still love you after though. I'm gonna still love you.
Hell yeah, it's all love at the end of the day. It's business.
Yeah. Blood, some blood gotta be shed.
Right.
And it's gonna be shed Sunday. It ain't gonna be my fucking blood. And after that, I'm gonna pat you on your back and tell you keep your fucking head up and keep going.
Saturday night, boys.
Good,
Saturday night, boys.
Sound real good.
That will start off our pay-per-view card. Tevin Farmer and Floyd Schofield apologize for some of that colorful language. Also on the dais with us tonight, Avius the Underdog Griffin. Your nickname is the Underdog, but you are the favorite Saturday. Why do you still have that nickname, and what does it mean to you?
The Underdog name, it just come from a lifestyle, coming from where I'm coming from, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Small neighborhood called North Brandon. A lot of people don't make it out. A lot of people don't make it this far on stage with Jake Paul amongst these type of boxers, high level. So, it just come from striving off doubt, man, being doubted and still rising to the occasion every time.
Well, you'll be taking on Julian Hammerhands Rodriguez. He's only lost once in his pro career. You've knocked out 16 of your 17 opponents. Are you confident you could stop this guy too?
Yes, sir, man. I'm here to do what I do. He's supposed to be a tough opponent on paper, but I done overcame way more tougher things in life. I done faced murder charges. It was innocent, 23-1, all type of things like that. So a guy with some 2 pair of gloves on, he ain't talking about shit.
Sounds good. That sounds good.
All right.
Well, Julian, here you are. This is your chance back on a big stage, a big platform. What do you make of your opponent, and what are you going to do Saturday night?
First off, I'd like to thank God for this opportunity, MVP Promotions, as well as Jake. Listen, I'm coming with everything on Saturday. This is a different level for him. He's not ready for this level. I know what I see. I know exactly what I see, and I'm gonna exploit all this man's power, all that on Saturday night.
Yeah. You told the
you got a big mouth. You shut your mouth. You got a big mouth for nothing.
You told the boxing boys something about a lifestyle. You don't know shit about me. Nobody around here knows shit about me.
The Met Gala's that way. This ain't the Met Gala, bro. Take them glasses off. It's too big for you over here.
Met Gala.
And they 450, boy.
Don't let Mr. TikTok blow your head up. I'm coming on Saturday.
Hey, I'll beat the fuck out of you too, bitch boy. You're tiny, bro. You're tiny, bro.
All right.
I know you trying to climb back to the top. You let Parag hands ass touch you up.
Right.
But you ain't gonna happen this. You got the 6% hands. I'm making out that ring, boy.
You need daddy to talk for you.
Beat your ass.
You need daddy to talk for you.
And then I'm gonna put it on TikTok.
Go ahead, Mr.
I'm gonna put you on TikTok in front of all my viewers getting fucking slept by this goat right here. Future goat.
I hope so. I
can't hear you.
Dumbass. I'm the promoter. I don't even know your fucking name.
Go ahead. You're a YouTuber, bro. You're a YouTuber. Go ahead.
And you used to be.
I don't think. I'm sure his time.
All right, can't wait to see that one. And of course, we also have, he is back after a Fight of the Year performance last year. Raul Curiel is here from Guadalajara, Mexico. Raul, tell us about that fight you had with Alexei last year, what that meant to you, and what we expect from you when you're back in the ring Saturday.
Over here. First of all, I'm from Tampico, Tamaulipas, Mexico. Arriba, Mexico, of course. First of all, I'm gonna thank God to be here. It's a blessing to be here. Thank Golden Boy Promotions, Most Value Promotion, to give me the opportunity to put on the show. My manager Frank Espinosa, and my last fight was a Fight of the Year contender. This fight is not gonna be the exception. Can't wait to put on the show. I always bring war, and this fight is not gonna be the exception. I'm ready.
Can he handle your power? Do you think he can?
We'll see. We have a tremendous camp with Robert Garcia now, and I'm very confident in my skills, and I'm one of my best shapes in my career, so I'm confident in my skills, and I can't wait to put on the show.
And you'll be fighting Victor Rodriguez, fighting out of Uruguay. What are your thoughts on your opponent?
No speaking English.
Oponente. Víctor, ¿qué opinas de tu oponente?
No tengo mucho para decir, sino más que nada hablar de mí, que vine a ganar y a poner mi país en alto. Yo vengo de Uruguay, un país chiquito, capaz que muchos no lo conocen, pero el sábado en la noche se va a hacer gigante, así que estén pendientes que va a ser una gran pelea.
I don't know much about him. I'm not going to talk about him. I'm going to talk about myself. I'm ready. I did my work, and I come representing a very small country. Maybe you guys don't know Uruguay, but on Saturday, it's going to be a big country.
What can you tell us about your style, and do you think you can stop this guy?
¿Qué nos puedes decir de tu estilo y crees que puedes parar a Curiel?
Sí, sin duda, si no creyera que pudiera pararlo, no estaría acá. Y la verdad va a ser un gran espectáculo.
Vamos a ver si es cierto, compadre. Vamos a ver si es cierto. Párate al ring y vamos a pelear. No digas que me vas a parar.
A eso venimos, hermano.
Vente, qué bueno, y que te vayas preparado muy bien, porque yo también vengo bien preparado.
Qué bueno. Así que bueno, ten pendiente, va a ser una gran pelea. Quiero agradecer a mi promotor Sam Solokovic, a mi entrenador Cesar Coronel y a todo Uruguay y Argentina que van a estar pendientes de la pelea del sábado.
He says, of course, I think I'm going to be able to stop him. If not, I wouldn't be here. And of course, the one thing that I can promise is going to be a great show. And then Raul chimed in and he said, well, be ready because I'm looking forward to that, compadre. So the give and take was quite interesting.
All right, so now let's turn our attention to the co-main event of the evening. It is for the Unified Cruiserweight Championship of the World, and we'll start first with the challenger fighting out of Cuba. You're 39 years old. This might be your last chance on a big stage like this. What are you going to do when you face off against Zurdo?
Ya tienes 39 años de edad, tal vez esta sea la última oportunidad para estar en un escenario de este calibre. ¿Qué tienes que hacer tú el sábado contra el zurdo Ramírez cuando lo veas cara a cara?
Bueno, primeramente le doy las gracias a Dios por estar aquí y estas bellas personas que se encuentran aquí, que vinieron a apoyarnos, y decirle que 39 años no es nada. Y no voy a repetir lo mismo, ya hemos hablado sobre esto. El sábado se va a demostrar que son los 39.
And third, I'm not going to keep repeating the same thing, but I'm going to show you guys that 39 years is really nothing.
Do you think Zurdo is the best cruiserweight in the world?
¿Crees que el zurdo podría ser el mejor?
Sábado,
Because on Saturday, we're going to have a war.
All right, and honestly, anytime you step in the ring with a Cuban fighter, it's going to be a very difficult fight. What are you expecting the fight to look?
Thank you, everyone, to make this possible. And Saturday night, I expect a war. I expect that he can really prepare and what he say. Espero que venga bien preparado para un espectáculo a toda la gente, y pues el sábado vamos a ver por qué Zurdo Ramírez es el campeón. Everyone will see why Zurdo Ramírez is the champion, unified.
Well, they call him Dr. Do you fear his power?
1 week. And
this is a stacked card. This is how MVP does it. No one else is doing it like this in boxing. We have amazing fights all the way through. I mean, I grew up watching Holly Holm, Floyd Schofield's incredible talent. My first fight, I was on the same card as Tevin Farmer. There's a lot of history here. We got the young Avius Griffin fighting against I don't know his name. And then
there's 4 fighters on this
cruiserweight
stage that'll knock you
championship,
out,
so
Jake.
This is going to be
There's 4
amazing.
fighters on this
is
stage
going to be
that'll knock
amazing.
you out.
And there's one motherfucker who'll shoot you in the fucking head. That's me, bitch.
Here we go.
There we go. He got the shot.
I thought he was falsely accused. Now you switch the story? All
right, Julio, you've heard Jake talk all week. He's very good at talking trash. Has he gotten under your skin a little bit compared to some of your past opponents?
Come on, Cesar.
No, dile que ya lo esperaba yo de él. Dile,
No, not really. I was expecting that from him.
pues qué otra forma él puede llamar la atención. Dile, si no es de esa, pues no, en el box pues no hay nada que él pueda presumir, pues.
It's the only way for him to get that kind of attention, because in boxing he really has nothing to be presumptuous about.
Y pues estoy listo.
And I am ready.
You've been very adamant that you will win this fight. In fact, you say if you don't, you'll retire. Your father says there's no way that you're going to lose this fight. Why are you so confident that you're going to beat Jake Paul?
Has estado muy certero en el hecho de que te vas a llevar la victoria y que tu padre mismo ha dicho que no hay ninguna forma de que Jake Paul vaya a ganar esta pelea. ¿Qué te hace tan seguro de este resultado?
No, dile mi preparación y pues yo vengo a ganar. Dile, siempre que peleo, vengo a ganar. No es la excepción y por eso tengo confianza en mi victoria.
My preparation, I always prepare to take a win. I'm here to win. And that's why I'm very confident that I am going to take the win.
Zerto Ramirez, you were on record saying you would bet your house that Chavez Jr. is going to beat Jake Paul. Would you like to bet with Jake Paul now? He just bought a $39 million house in Florida. Jake, you would have put that on the line?
What's that? What did you say?
You said you would bet your house that Chavez beats me?
I don't know.
Camojito, you would know. This is what happened. They all said talk, you know.
He's changed his mind.
Tu madre está cagada, güey.
They don't believe that. They just like.
All right, we're going to ask the media to stand up here and ask a few questions here to our dais. Please state your name, where you're from, and who your question is directed to.
Hi, good afternoon to everyone. Erika Montoya from El Heraldo de Mexico. Jake Paul, this is my question for you. I want to know, what does it mean to you, the Latino fans, the Mexican fans, for your history?
Yeah, no, I love it, you know, and I'm fighting to represent Puerto Rico for this fight. And the Mexicans are on my side, right? Peso Pluma said yesterday that I'm going to win. Is that your guy? Is that your guy? Because it seems like he's my guy. Seems like he's my fucking guy.
And my other question is for...
I don't know what that means.
That's good. Julio, mi siguiente pregunta es para ti.
Man, Chavez
¿Cómo
his full
se le gana
family
a Jake Paul?
Pues peleando. Peleando. Sí, es la única manera de ganar las peleas, peleando con determinación y con mucha condición.
¿Tu pelea tiene algún tipo de... va dedicada a alguien, sobre todo a la gente de Los Ángeles, a los mexicanos aquí?
Pues sí, a todos los mexicanos que están pasando por problemas ahorita por lo del ICE, todo eso. Pues es un bonito momento para que gane la pelea y darle esa victoria pues a todos los latinos, a muchos mexicanos que están luchando contra las deportaciones y todo eso.
Gracias.
Man, they gotta
Hey,
add
Tony
AI.
Corbin from Bloody Elbow. Julian, I wanted to ask, are you surprised that Jake has kind of gone after you like this? And would you be willing to maybe tack on a few pounds and go up and fight him?
Yeah, I'll eat a few steaks for that bum. Of course, there's no skill there, but I'm not surprised. I know he has to carry Avius because this is Avius' first time around, so he has no experience. So it's all right.
Wait, whoa. I've been pay-per-view. This shit just new to you, Jack.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
This is the first stage you've been on, Avius. Shut your mouth.
I've been on the big stage.
Yeah, okay.
My whole life, boy.
All right.
A question for Jake as well. At the presser yesterday, you mentioned, wanting to get ranked and how this fight is to get there. Is it possible your next fight is for a world title?
Yeah, we'll see. I'm focused on Saturday night. I have a tough opponent in front of me. Everyone needs to get the pay-per-view, DAZN, pull up, be there. But man, I'm just focused on Chavez. He's a former world champion, and we'll take it from there after Saturday night.
Jack Big from The Sun. Question for Julio. In the face-to-face, it was said if you lose, you're done with boxing, you'll go into hiding. Do you feel like your career is on the line Saturday night?
Dile que fue algo por decir, que no le pongan atención, no voy a perder, y no, fue algo por contestar lo que me preguntaron. Dile, no, ni voy a perder, ni me voy a retirar, voy a ganar, y él va a seguir con su carrera de
Junior sounds like a real fighter right now. I think
he says, no, I just said that to say something. He's definitely not going to lose. He's not going to retire. You know, he's going to continue with his career, and then Jake Paul is going to do whatever it is that he needs to do.
Jake, do you feel like he's fighting for his career on Saturday?
Oh, yeah, this is it for him. And I feel bad. Like, I'm genuinely sorry. Like, I want to apologize in advance because I know the emotional turmoil you're going to go through. You're going to go into hiding. That's who you are. You love to go and hide. And so that's what's going to happen. And I really want to say I'm sorry for what's going to happen. And I'll be there for you, too, after. I'm always there for my opponents after I beat their ass. So I'll be there for you.
Are you thirsty?
Drink Celsius. Yeah, of course, bro.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Plastic, nothing?
What are you talking about?
Wait problem. No?
Oh, no, I feel great.
Okay.
You're dumb as fuck, to be honest. That's
I don't know what
constant.
Chavez on. Like he
Charlotte
acts
Daly
like
from
a
the Mail
dumb. He doesn't
Online.
have the
Chavez,
he
this
doesn't
is one
talk
for you.
good. He always
Is this
talks like a dumb.
money for you? Is this fight all about money for you? Because in terms of the upside, I mean, if you beat Jake, people are going to say that you should have beaten Jake. If you didn't beat Jake, people are going to say that your career is over. They're already talking about retirement for you. What is the upside for this fight for you?
Que si tomaste esta pelea por la plata, porque en realidad no tienes una forma de ganar, porque si lo derrotas, tenías que derrotarlo, y si pierdes, obviamente tu carrera está acabada, no tienes forma de ganar.
Eso piensa la gente que no sabe de boxeo, dile, porque se piñan con lo que él hace en las redes sociales, dile, pero en realidad él como boxeador, él nunca ha hecho nada, dile, o sea, no sé por qué dicen que es no sé quién, o sea, la verdad.
Pero la pregunta es más, ¿cuál es la mejor? ¿Qué sales ganando con esta contienda? ¿Qué te llevas tú en tu carrera?
Una pelea más, o sea, es una pelea más ganada. Él trae mucha fuerza mediática porque hace muchas estupideces y la gente lo voltea a ver. Entonces, aprovechar eso, que él está en el box porque le está echando ganas, y aprovechar todo eso para ganar la pelea. Pues.
Well, he said first, you know, I don't understand why people keep saying that he is anything. Like they're just stuck with his social media persona. And then to answer your question, well, you know, I'm using the fact that he brings a lot of following, and this is another win in my career. And obviously, I'm going to use and capitalize on the fact that he has a lot of visibility.
Jake, for you, we were talking about rankings after this fight. Is there a pressure on you to perform? Do you want a spectacular stoppage, or are you okay with going the distance? Are you trying to put on an extra show for that ranking?
No, yeah, I'm going to knock him out. That's what I came here to do. First round, it's going to be early night. He's going to get hit with the right hook right away, and I'm going home early. We don't get paid for overtime. This is going to be a spectacular performance, and there's not a lot of pressure. I'm prepared.
Jake, just last one. Oscar De La Hoya has actually been quite positive about you in this fight and your road to world champion. Where is Oscar right now? How come he's not on stage at this press conference with you?
He's here somewhere. I just seen him. I think he's just chilling, you know. But he's a great guy. He knows real talent when he sees it. I think he's probably the first big name in boxing to agree with my dream that I can become a world champion, and he sees it, and he sees the talent in me, and very appreciative of that. And together with Golden Boy and MVP, we've put together an amazing card.
My name is Kevin Garcia, aka the Puerto Rican KKG, and my question is for Kid Austin. You know, a few times this week you've been asked about what happened in February, and I've heard you respond to that just by saying like, hey, I don't want to talk about it. But Kid Austin, my question is, why not just give a definitive response so that your haters who say you ducked and the fans who wanted to see it can get some clarity?
All right. So the whole reason is if I put out what's out there, it's
Man,
gonna like
this
blow.
guy,
It's gonna be
he's
too much.
feeling
So
bad.
we letting
He sounds like
Golden
such a
Boy
kid.
and the Saudis handle that.
Damn, that's a
So I
teenager
can't overlook
voice he's
Tevin.
got,
That's what we
man.
focus on.
Fair enough. And just a quick follow-up for you, Tevin. I mean, same thing. I've heard you asked about that situation a few times. You said, I got other things going on. I'm not paying attention to that. But Tevin, I know you know what happened in February. Do you think he intentionally missed that fight?
You said you heard I what?
You have responded to that question like,
oh yeah, somebody asked me a question recently about it.
Yeah, and you said, I wasn't really paying attention, but I'm sure you know what happened in February, Tevin, do you think he intentionally missed that fight?
Honestly, I'm gonna give you two questions. Honestly, I don't think he intentionally did it. And number two, I really wasn't paying attention. Anybody that know me on social media, boxing is not my thing outside of me training. I don't keep up with it. I like to cook. So I don't keep up with this shit, but I love it.
Cook that shit, boy. Cook that shit.
All right, we're going to turn our attention now to Claudia Trejos, who has an interested observer. Claudia?
Very interested observer right now. We have Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. And yes, what?
Come
I
on,
know you speak English.
Senior.
Quiero decir algo, con todo respeto. Fuck.
That was for you, Jake. But there's a lot of.
What did he say?
I'll get fired. I'll get fired. But let's keep it simple. Jake is saying that this
and
is
we
done.
need some translation. If you're not going to
Junior,
do it, so how
his
are we going to
career is
understand
over.
as a viewer?
Es bullshit.
Es bullshit.
Jet es puro bullshit. Es mierda. Es puro guau, 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 guau.
There you go. So since you know very well what it is to be in the ring in a platform of this size, what does Junior need to do on Saturday? Tú conoces muy bien esta posición, esta clase de escenario. ¿Qué necesita hacer Junior el sábado?
Ya sabe lo que tiene que hacer mi hijo, ¿me entiendes? Ya Paul se va a llevar la sorpresa de su vida. Piensa que va a pelear con Mike Tyson, ¿me entiendes? Pero Mike Tyson no tiró ni un solo golpe. ¿A quién le ganó? No le ganó a nadie. Julio le va a pegar la chinga de su vida.
He knows exactly what to do. Jake Paul just fought against Mike Tyson, who didn't even throw one punch. This is not Mike Tyson. You are going to get your ass whooped.
No hay manera de que le gane Jake Paul.
There is no way Jake Paul can
Esta preparación que hizo Julio, Jake Paul no la sabe, ¿entiendes?
This camp, Jake Paul doesn't know it.
Va a salir a tirarle chingazos y Jake Paul va a andar corriendo como gallina.
Julio's going to go in throwing some serious punches and you're going to be running like a chicken without a head.
Yeah, we've heard it all before.
All right, before we do our stare downs, I want to get a couple of predictions of other fights. Jake, who do you think is going to win the co-main event? Do you think it'll be Zurdo Ramirez or will it be the KO doctor in Dordicos?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's going to be a tough fight. I think if the KO doctor can't KO him, like his nickname says, I think Zurdo will pull it off.
What about you, Julio? Do you think Dorticas or Zurdo Ramirez wins? Zurdo? Holly Holm, who wins between Jake Paul and Chavez Jr.?
Damn.
I'm excited for this. I think that a lot of people are talking behind the scenes and Jake's putting in work while everybody's talking, So I think we're going to see a new Jake, but he's going to be up against his toughest opponent yet, and so I'm excited to see what they both have.
Yolanda, who wins? Jake Paul or Chavez Jr.?
Soy mexicana. Creo que con eso contesto.
She's Mexican, and that's the way I answer.
Tevin, what about you? Jake Paul have enough to beat the former champ?
So me, I see this plenty of times, right? I see it in a lot of interviews.
Wow.
I see it as a 50-50, 45-55 fight, right? And I'm leaning, if Chavez come focused and come in shape like he used to be, I think he may can pull it off based on the experience. But on the other side, I know Jake Paul trained really hard, really dedicated.
I say the
and
same
if
shit.
Jake Paul, like I see in interviews, if he can pull his fight off, he's in the game for real. And I don't want to hear nobody talking nothing.
He'll be in trouble.
Julian, you're a student of the game. What do you think between Tevin Farmer and Floyd Schofield? Who wins that fight?
I'm rocking with my boy Tevin. Too much skills, man. Too many skills, too experience. And I think Schofield might be underestimating Tevin.
Raul, what do you think about the main event? Jake Paul or Chavez Jr.?
Oh, definitely it's going to be a great show for the fans. I know personally Julio. We used to train in the wild card. I know if he's put on the work, if he's get focused in the training, he always bring a good show. But, part of Jake, I know he take boxing very serious. And I think it's going to be a great show. It's going to be a great fight. And para todos los mexicanos, pues ya sabemos, apoyamos aquí a México. Y también un gusto ver aquí al gran campeón mexicano aquí en la arena. Vamos a tener un buen show para toda la gente del boxeo. It's going to be a great show for all the boxing fans.
And Zerto, I know you've been very shy today, and he's sitting right next to you. Does Jake Paul lose to Chavez Jr.?
El jale no para. Huevo.
Again, Max.
Vamos con Sinaloa.
Work doesn't stop.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to have our fighters please clear the stage. You guys please go to the right, and everyone here please to the left, and then we'll bring everyone back for our stare down.
Last face off before the fight.
Make their way backstage. Please welcome the CEO and co-founder of Most Valuable Promotions, Nakisa Badarian, and the chairman and CEO of Golden Boy, the Hall of Famer, Oscar De La Hoya.
Well, as for the press conference, so far this will be the best one that Jake Paul has done it. And yeah, it's like, it was good.
Ladies and gentlemen, limited tickets are still available for Saturday night's fight here at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California. Go to Ticketmaster.com. Tickets start at only $44, and you can.
I'm gonna say it was amazing. Jake, like, I don't know. I feel like Jake Paul want to say more. I feel like we didn't go. But anyways, it was a good. I will say one of the best, including on the corporate conference I ever seen it. So here we are.
She's 10-0, fighting out of Sonora, Mexico, Yolanda Vega. And her opponent, the 18-time world boxing champion, Holly Holm.
Come on, Holly, baby. Break that, honey. W on a Saturday night, Holly. Come on, yeah. Yeah, baby, come on. Make some space, baby.
A fascinating matchup to finish off our preliminaries. Holly Holm, a legend, getting back into the boxing game after a long layoff, taking on Yolanda Vega. Not a bad way, Claudia, to finish up the preliminaries.
Nope, it's an extraordinary way, and another demonstration that MVP is really supporting
10
women's
rounds
boxing.
in the women's lightweight division.
10 rounds, that's amazing, man.
And now back to the stage, Floyd Schofield and Tevin Farmer.
Man, I have to really
Now,
wake up.
Excited about this fight before the press conference. You've got to be amped up for it right now. Floyd Schofield, Tevin Farmer going at it verbally in the press conference. And I think, Claudia, they're going to go at it in the ring on Saturday. Tevin, loads of experience, former champion. And Floyd Schofield Jr., top young prospect, top young fighter, looking to make a name for himself in this showdown.
Yes, and obviously he's looking to erase that little situation back in Saudi Arabia. He wants to make sure that he comes in full throttle against a fighter that's always game. And we've seen him in so many fights that he always puts everything in play. Look at that. Oh.
Tevin Farmer's lost his last 3 fights, but they have been highly competitive and they have been against top competition. Does Floyd Schofield Jr. have the requisite
Could be your
experience
fight of the night, ladies and gentlemen. The first battle on the pay-per-view card, 10 rounds in the lightweight division. And now back to the stage, Avius Griffin. And his opponent, Julian Rodriguez.
Plenty of spice in this matchup between Avius Griffin and Julian Rodriguez. I think Julian Rodriguez was pretty dismissive of Avius Griffin, who's got a glossy resume, but has not faced high-level competition. Already, though, you can see huge size advantage for Avius Griffin in this fight.
And look at the reach in Avius. That's basically his claim to fame right there. Nice, long jab. But I got to tell you, Julian Rodriguez, coming from Hoboken, New Jersey, we know the kind of attitude that he has outside the ring. That is going to trickle into the ring.
That'll be our second fight of the pay-per-view card. 10 rounds in the welterweight division. And now back to the stage, Victor Rodriguez.
We don't have a lot of fighters coming from Uruguay.
And his opponent, Raul Curiel.
Victor Rodriguez against Raul Curiel. Raul Curiel, of course, was part of one of the best fights of 2024. Alexis Rocha said he needed a rest, wanted to come back on his own time. He's done that, Claudia. Now he's back in the ring against Victor Rodriguez, trying to take one step closer to winning a world title.
16-0, 1 draw, 9 KOs. There's a saying, Garra Charrúa, that means the claw from Uruguay. They are known for being...
Should be on a pay-per-view, man. Like, amount of UFC fans will watch her on a Saturday night by buying the pay-per-view. I don't know why they chose to not put on. Like, she like, you just put her, man. Go get her.
That's a 10-rounder in the WBA welterweight division. And now back to the stage, the challenger, Julio Doricos.
I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy. That's the joy. Picture paragraphs unloaded.
And the man who will be defending his World Cruiserweight Championships, the champion, Gilberto Ramirez.
A fascinating matchup in the Cruiserweight division. Gilberto Ramirez has looked like a superstar in 3 fights at Cruiserweight. But Claudia, he's fighting a guy that was on the cusp of being a superstar back in the days of the World Boxing Super Series. The KO doctor, Julio Doricos. Does he have enough left in the tank to pull off a win against Zerto Ramirez?
This is a man who's overcome so many things in his life. He's right now a single father, and he realizes that this is his last chance. And I said it at the very beginning of the show. Power, your punch, and the kind of workout that he puts in together every day of his life is not only for him or a title, it's because of his family.
Julio Doricos knows this is probably going to be his last shot at a world championship. Won 3 fights in a row. Now he's in there looking to become a 2-belt world champion.
That is for the WBA and WBO Cruiserweight Championship of the World.
The strategy.
And now it's time for our
It's time, baby. I think Jake will do some too.
Introducing first from
love to see the hit pushing, pulling something out of his, whatever, water borders, trade, you know. Love to see the fun, man. That's big and hard. Let's start. There we go.
And fighting out of Dorado, Puerto Rico, the problem.
Show me some shit, Jake. Show me some. Show me some strong.
Well, here
Show me something that you're
we go.
doing.
Jake Paul back, looking to pick
eggs,
up his 12th
pancake,
professional win. The big question coming into this fight, what does Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. at 39 years old have left in the tank? If there's something there, a lot of people in the fight game think he's got a great chance to knock off Jake Paul. If he doesn't, there's an even better chance he gets knocked out.
Has he got him power?
Probabilities are there, possibilities are even more. But the one thing I can tell you, I have never seen Senior so calm. I have never seen Junior so relaxed, to a point that he hasn't allowed Jake Paul to get under his skin. Maybe this is the difference in his life, because he has made a massive change in his everyday life.
You can see Jake Paul size advantage, a more natural cruiserweight. Julio Cesar Chavez was a middleweight champion more than a decade ago, coming up to fight Jake Paul in the cruiserweight division.
A reminder, you can see Saturday Night Showdown live from Anaheim, California, in the Honda Center, exclusively around the world on DAZN. Live in attendance, we'll see you tomorrow night for the weigh-in as we get set for Saturday night. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr.
Well, that's the end. And yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, baby. So tomorrow, I don't think I'm able to wake up in the morning to do the rating live stream, so I'm not gonna do that. The only thing I'm planning to do is something fight stream maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So anyways, here we are. The live stream has just ended. No talking. Yeah. So anyways, guys, it was amazing. 1 hour and a 10 minute, 1 hour and a 10 minute live stream, all the way from Mumbai, South Asia, India. So yeah, see you on a fight date, baby. Peace, y'all. Haha.